Hello friends and well-wishers and welcome to another episode. I'm Obata of Enugu State, a professional and a certified life coach. On this episode, we are going to be discussing about unfair advantage and how to utilize your unfair advantage. Everybody has unfair advantage, and I'm going to be discussing about it at length. I know you've been constantly scrolling on social media. You've been endlessly wasting your time, wasting your resources. You are going to learn something from this episode. Imagine for a second. Pause whatever you are doing and start imagining now. Let's say two people, maybe two brothers or two friends. They were given the same exact whatever. You know, just like if there is a line and two people were to stand beside the line and then they were to blow whistle, the two people were starting at the same exact, they were given the same opportunity. They were given the same car. Just like the story in the Bible where whatever they talked in the Bible, where two people were given, I think, money to go and invest and something like that. And then when the master later came back and now asked one of the servants, what did you do with what was given to you? And then the person came back with a lot of stuff. I invested it, I planted corn, I did this. And then the master was happy with him. And then the other person, what did you do with the same exact thing that was given to you? What did you do with it? And then the person started munching, I didn't do anything with it because I was afraid that I might gamble it and lose it. I was afraid that I might invest it and lose it. And then this is what you give me. This is it back. You understand? So you may want to ask, why does stuff like this happen? Why does it happen? Is it because the first person that came back with profit, was it because the person is, a hardworking person? It's not really because the person is hardworking. It's not just because of hard work. It's because they have an unfair advantage. They have an unfair advantage, an unfair edge, which they utilized. They understood that they have an unfair advantage. They have something that they can do. They can add to their hard work and then be able to use two of them, be able to use the whole component that they possess and be able to use it and make something great for themselves. You understand? So we are going to be discussing about it at length, I always have my board here because I always write things down. We are going to be discussing unfair advantage at length. I've always wanted to make this show, but because of work, because I have to go to work and then all of that, I'm not able to make shows. We are at season, I have to go to work. I have a lot of work, numerous work at my shop that I'm constantly doing. Some people that will be like, oh, but how are you making money? How do you make money to buy this stuff? It's because I'm working. If you work, I'm utilizing my unfair advantage. How am I utilizing my unfair advantage? I'm going to talk about all of it at length. So we are going to talk about unfair advantage. Utilizing your unfair advantage. That's the topic for today. How do they even spell utilizing? Utilizing. Utilizing your unfair advantage. What is unfair advantage? From this small example that I just gave now, from this small illustration where I talked about if two people were given the same exact opportunity, and then I've talked about at least a little. I've given you a clue of what an unfair advantage is. What do you think an unfair advantage mean? Simply, unfair advantage is something like, something you possess, which is just unique to you. Could be a character, could be a skill, could be whatever. Something you possess, which is unique to only you. That's why it's unfair. Unfair advantage. What could be my unfair advantage? My unfair advantage could be I'm good with speaking with people. It could be that I'm good in, how is it said? Putting yourself in somebody's shoe. That could be my unfair advantage. Maybe somebody like you, if maybe you are to enter market and see where they are beating somebody and they are to ask you, this girl stole something. Maybe somebody like you, Jesus, why would you steal something? Then you pick something and start hitting the person. My unfair advantage might be because I have compassion. I understand that she stole something, but then let's give her a second chance. And then maybe because I gave her a second chance, maybe tomorrow she's going to recognize me and then come to my store and patronize me. Unfair advantage. Both of us are selling the same, doing whatever business, but then she's patronizing me. Both of us are hardworking, but she's patronizing me because when she was in trouble, I used my unfair advantage, which was I was so emotional, and I allowed her to be free. You understand? Do you understand what an unfair advantage mean? Something unique which you possess, which no one else possess. You understand? So just like in the Bible, when two people were given money or whatever they were given to go and make whatever they can with it, and then one of the person, both of them were hardworking, and then one of the other person went and invested it, planted, did farming and all of that, and then came back with returns to his boss. Hello, sir. You gave us this thing 5 years ago, 4 years ago, and then instead of coming back with maybe 1 bag of potato that you gave us, I'm coming back with 10 bag of potato, 10 bag of yam, 10 bag of tomatoes, 10 bag of this. I came back with multiple things because the one that you gave us, I was able to go there and invest in it. So I hope you understand what an unfair advantage is. A clue. I just gave you a clue of what an unfair advantage is. Like in a layman's understanding. You may want to ask, why does it matter? You've understood what an unfair. What am I even saying? Okay, I forgot we are in Christmas. Merry Christmas. We're in season of Christmas. Today is 20 what? I don't even keep dates anymore. Merry Christmas. I must have this my cap on 247. Whenever you see any of my show and you don't see me with my cap, you should always remind me, I must have my cap. I can't wear this other one because I have my cap. So I think this one is good. Why does it matter? Merry Christmas. From Obata of Enugu State to you, whoever you are. Merry Christmas. I hope you have a great Christmas. I hope you have a great time with your family and loved ones. That's why before I started this show, I said, hello friends and well-wishers, and welcome to another episode. Hello friends, hello Team Obata, hello all of you that love me, hello all of you that keep subscribing to my channel, hello all of you that watch my episode, that watch my motivating videos and then take advice from it and then go out there to become a better person and to become an outstanding person to the society and to the community at large. You understand? So hello all of you, and I hope you have an amazing and a wonderful Christmas. How do you identify your unfair advantage? You now know what an unfair advantage is. How do you identify it? Identify your unfair advantage. Is this tiny? My camera is a nice camera. You should be able to pick it. Identifying yours. Somebody is texting me. I should just write all of these things once so that I don't have to keep turning back to write something. So on the board I have here, identifying your unfair advantage. How do you identify your unfair advantage? Why does it matter? And how do you use it? So I'm going to start with why does it matter? Why does your unfair advantage matter? Why does all of it matter? Why does it even matter for any reason? How about you've talked about this and all of that. Why does it matter? Whether I have an unfair advantage, whether I can sing, and then all of that. Why does it matter? And I'll tell you. Let's say you are good in singing. I'm trying to explain why your unfair advantage matter. Why everyone's unfair advantage matter. Just like I said, it's unique to different people. Your unfair advantage might be different to me. You understand? Why does it matter? Let's say your unfair advantage is that you are very, very good in singing. You are very, very good in singing. You are an excellent singer. I don't know how to sing. I don't think if I've ever tried. I've made my Obata which was whack. It wasn't that nice. That's it. Maybe let's say you are good in singing. Your unfair advantage is that you are good in singing. I cannot sing. And then you are not utilizing it. You are not utilizing it, and then you are doing whatever. You are working for someone 9 to 5, and then you are making small money because you have an unfair advantage. Because you have an unfair advantage, which is you are good in singing. You can go into singing and beat everyone else, outcompete everyone else. There are a lot of people that are making songs, singing crap, doing all of it, and they are making money. They are making money. Just like there are a lot of idiots out there, out on the internet. If you come on the internet or if you go to TikTok, you see crazy people. You see people who are useless. They can't even make one sentence. They can't even use correct English, like make a sentence in English. They can't even do it. But then you see them driving jail. You see them doing you see them flaunting wealth. You see them doing all of those stuff. How are they able to acquire all these things? And then you, that is Mr. Smarty Pants, you don't own anything. You have zero shop. You have zero babe. Nobody wants to talk to you. But you see those people. You see that even with their not being smart, crazy, and all of those nonsense, you see that they have 2 guests in their car, and then you don't even have anyone. You are good in speaking English. You have it all, but then you can't achieve anything. Why? Because they identify their unfair advantage and they are using it at length. What could be their unfair advantage? Well, maybe because they have money. They have money. Maybe somebody like you have money, but then you want to be reserved. You want to be good afternoon, sir. Good morning, sir. But then they are not like that. They identify their unfair advantage. They have money. Just few people have money. They have money, and because they have money, they are going to Buga. And because they are going to Buga, they are going to use because they have money, and they are going to use it and be snatching girls. They are going to be using it and commanding respect. They are going to go to ShopRite to buy something, and because they have money, they can be talking to people anyhow, and people will be saying, "Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. Haven't you gone somewhere to buy something?" And then maybe because you are reserved, because you are calm, people don't even respect you. I'm saying this as an example. I went to NEPA today. I went to NEPA to complain that, I'm waiting for my account to get ready so that I can pay for prepaid. Even with all my diamond collection, even with all of it, because I was calm, because I was all of that. Hey, good afternoon, ma. Good morning, ma. I'm waiting. And then she started, please. Can't you see people are sitting down? Go there and sit down. If I had went with a police escort, if I had utilized my unfair advantage, if I even have an unfair advantage, which is, because I have money, because I'm Mr. Diamond Collection, because I'm Mr. Millionaire, because I'm Mr. Bag of Money, if I had used all those stuff, took police escort, went there, they would have treated me with much respect. But then there are people who, they don't even care. They have zero empathy. They have zero any of it. They want to go to NEPA. They are not going there with nothing less than 5 police. They are going there and they must leave there within 5 minutes. Unfair advantage. They don't even care. Whatever they want, they must get it. They are going to use what they have to get what they want. Do you understand? So unfair advantage plays a very, very important role to different people. And therefore, you must have run out of vodka. It's crazy. It's crazy. 1 minute you are Diamond with Mr. Diamond Collection. 1 minute you have it all. And then the next minute you have run out of drink. How do I, professional and certified life coach, Obata of Enugu State, how do I, with all my money, with all my millions, with all my means, with all my cash, with all of it, this is the only vodka left in my house. This is the only drink left in my house. Done. So that's my last bottle of vodka. And hopefully tomorrow or next, I'm going to be going to the supermarket to restock my bottle of vodkas. Because I can. So I hope you now know why it matters. Why different people unfair advantage. Why it matters. And why you must utilize your own starting today. From watching this show, you are going to listen to this show, and you are going to and I hope you are already understanding what an unfair advantage is. And then you must use your own. You must, because you have it. Do not have an unfair advantage. Do not have something you are good at doing, and then you are not doing it. I'm good at doing laundry. I'm good at ironing clothes. I think I'm top. If you are to check maybe the top 10 people in this whole world that are good at ironing, I must fall inside those top 10. I'm very, very good in ironing. Very, very good in ironing. Therefore, people come to my store. Maybe they don't like my service. Maybe they don't like how I talk. But then because I'm good in ironing, because I give it my all, I'm very, very professional in ironing. I'm very, very 100% good in ironing. Therefore, even if they don't like my characteristics, they like my ironing. Therefore, they must keep coming to my store. And they won't come to your store. Because I'm very, very good in ironing. I identified my unfair advantage. I am good in ironing. And because of that, I gave it my all. Both of us are hardworking. You are a dry cleaner with your shitty store, with your decorating store. You have glass door, glass window, CCTV. You have it all. But then people do not go to your store. They come to my store because I have identified my unfair advantage. I am very, very good in ironing. And I gave it my all. Both of us are hardworking. But then my unfair advantage is that I'm very, very good in ironing. Therefore, customers visit my store. Do you understand? So to you out there, you must identify your unfair advantage. You must identify it. And you must use it to the max. You must use it to the max. You must be very, very ruthless. Very, very ruthless. I think I was discussing with one of my guy. Is he legit boss? I was discussing with one of my guy, and I was telling him that there are people who have so much money. They have so much money and they don't even keep quiet. They have so much money and then any small thing they want to pick you, and then you that with your common sense, with your normal sense, you are like, this person is crazy. Why is this person doing something like this? Is it because he have money? Yes, it's because he has money. He has identified that he doesn't have any special characters. He doesn't have any special skills. He cannot really do anything. He cannot lift a bag of cement. He cannot clean a house. The only thing that he has is money. And because he has money, because he knows that this is the only thing I have, this is the only thing I have to offer to the society, therefore, I must use it to oppress you. And then they are using it at max. That's why they don't even care about most people. They don't even care about your problem. They have money and they are going to oppress you. They have money. Their money is the only thing that they have, which is their unfair advantage. Maybe they didn't work for it. Maybe they inherited it from their parents. Maybe they got it from fraud. That's the only thing that they have. That's why if you look, into the dating pool, if you look at what's happening in the dating pool in this Nigeria, you see that most men have identified their defeat. They have identified that they are defeated. They do not have anything to offer in a relationship. They do not sing any lullaby to any girl. They do not cook. They cannot cook for their babe. If their babe is sick, they cannot do anything. The only thing that they have is money. And because they know that it's only money that they can offer in the relationship. Therefore, they must keep offering it to keep the relationship working. Unfair advantage. Do you see why unfair advantage matter? And why you must identify your unfair advantage? How do you identify your unfair? How do you identify it? How do you identify what you are good at? What are you good at doing? What can you do? And how do you identify it? So from all these things that you've listened now, from all these things that I've said now, how do you pick out your unfair advantage? How do you pick out something that you are very, very good at doing? How do you pick it out? I can't tell you. I don't know who you are. But from all these things that you have listened to now, how do you pick out your unfair advantage? What are you good at? What are you very, very good at? Like, how do you say it? Like, impeccable. What are you very, very good at doing? That even if they wake you up and they say maybe recite the national anthem, boom, you have done it in 5 seconds. What are you good at doing? What are you like chassis? What can you do? How do you identify it? It's not somebody that will come and put it in you. You already have it. You already know it. Something you are good at doing. Maybe it could be that maybe you are good at calling customers. All this thing about Safia. That maybe you go to market and then you are very, very good at convincing customers. Hello, good morning. Maybe the person is already trying to enter another person's store. But then your unfair advantage is that whenever you talk to a customer, the customer will leave wherever he or she is entering and then start following you. That could be your unfair advantage. Therefore, having identified that, use it at its peak. Do not leave one pin to escape from it. Use it at length. That's your fair advantage. Use it to make money to the mass. Do not leave any stone unturned. Identify your unfair advantage and use it to the max. I'm very, very good in doing ironing. I'm very, very professional in doing ironing. Therefore, my ironing skill is 100%. I can iron 100 clothes without blinking. Maybe some other dry cleaning stores, maybe if they iron 10 clothes, they will sit and talk and discuss and then stretch their body and all of that. I can stand up, iron 100 clothes without blinking. That is my unfair advantage. I am very, very good in doing ironing. Maybe I might not be good in washing clothes. Maybe if I wash some clothes for my customers, well, I'm not going to say that my laundry is bad, that my laundry store is bad. But then let's say that I wash clothes for my customers. I did their laundry, I washed it, and then is it not to put it inside washing machine? It's to put it inside washing machine, but sometimes if the machine brings it out, it may be that some parts may have stain. Maybe I'm not good in removing stain. Maybe you are good in removing stain. But then you are not removing it. You have identified that you are Mr. Remover of stain. Even if the stain is on red clothes, you cannot use hype on red clothes. Some people can use the hype on red clothes and remove it without staining the red clothes. You have identified that you can do this, but then you are not using it. You are not using your unfair advantage. Therefore, some customers may come to my store. I'm not able to remove the stain on their clothes, but I'm able to give them a perfect ironing. Therefore, they will keep coming to my store. Even though they still have stain on their red clothes, which I'm not able to remove, because if I try to remove it, I will spoil the clothes. But I'm good in ironing. I'm giving them a perfect iron that, hi, this dry cleaner cannot remove this stain. But then he's good in ironing and he's giving it his all. I identified mine. How do you identify yours? And will you identify yours? What are you good at doing? And are you going to start doing it today? Are you going to start maximizing it, trying to use it and make money? Because at the end of the day, no matter what you may want to say, it all revolves around money. It all revolves around money. Or identifying your unfair advantage. What are you good at doing? Just like I've said. You are good at selling something. You are good at pulling customers to your store. And then you don't do it. Why? And then there are people who you go around the world, you do whatever you are doing, and then you see that you have so many skills. You can do this. You can do typing. There are some people that are good at typing. I cannot type on this. Since I bought this system, I've never used it to type anything. The only typing that I do is that if I turn on the system, I will be looking and be pressing small password to open the system. Except from that, every other thing is this through this my mouse. That's the only thing. I don't type anything on my system. Every other thing is through my mouse. There are people who are good in typing that they don't even look at the keyboard. They are this is how they are typing. They could be talking at you and be typing perfectly. They can be typing more faster than you that is typing with your phone. You can say that you've been typing with your phone for 5 years. There are people who can, once they touch a system, they can be typing faster than you without even looking at the system. That's how crazy. You have identified that not most people can do this. Yet you can. You have the gift to type without looking at the system. And then you are not utilizing it. People go around the world, go about their normal days, having unique skills that only them possess. And then they don't use it to make money. Identify your unfair advantage. Identify something that you are good at doing, which only you can do, and find a way to use it and make money. So you need to utilize your unfair advantage by using it to make money. Find a way and use it to make money. You can go into typing. You can go into whatever thing you can do. You are good in convincing customers. You are good in doing drop shipping. Maybe you are doing drop shipping. You are good in convincing customers. Maybe you are very, very good at, maybe if somebody comes to your DM and say, hello, I want to buy a red watch. And then maybe you don't have a red watch. And then you are very, very good in convincing somebody to, and then maybe the person later buys a blue watch. The person's intention was, maybe the person had an intention to, maybe wear a red clothes to go to an occasion. And then the person is looking for a red watch. And then you don't have a red watch. But because you are very, very good in convincing people, you have convinced the person that if they wear a blue watch, that is going to look like Gucci Mane. A blue watch and then red and red. And then you are going to convince the person to wear a blue watch and then red and red. And then you sold something and you've made money because you utilized your unfair advantage, which is good in convincing people. Even though you are hardworking, you used your special skill, which is only unique to you, which is being good at convincing people. Do you understand? It's crazy. I'm a professional and a certified life coach. The only thing I do is try to give people advice, trying to make people's life better. And it pains me. It will pain me if after making this show, I just came back from work and I decided that I must talk about unfair advantage. I must talk about it at length. I've wanted to make a short video about it and post on TikTok, but then I decided, let me hold on. I'm going to make a comprehensive, quick one. I'm going to talk about it at length. And I'm going to try and make someone's life better. It pains me. It will pain me after making these shows. After opening your mind on how you can identify your unfair advantage, why it matters, and why you must utilize it to make money. And then you go about your normal business. Obata is right. But then my baby is coming. Some people's unfair advantage is one useless nonsense. They can last for 30 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes. I've had one of my guy back then when I was in school. I could mention his name, but he's going to watch this show and he's going to cry. I guarantee his unfair advantage is because he's good in lasting in bed. He can last in bed 30 minutes. 30-20 minutes. There are people who can last, that can keep pounding. Some people are so crazy. There are people who, doesn't matter whatever bitch, you can say this bitch, how shitty vagina is tight and then because you are enjoying maximum enjoyment, and then you are able to you are going to be pounding this, you are going to be doing this for 30 minutes. There are people who have the ability to be pounding somebody for 30 fucking minutes. Do you know what 30 minutes is? I don't know if you know what 30 minutes is. Hold on. So I've been talking for like 25 minutes. Since I started talking on this show, I've talked for 25 minutes. I've not even talked for up to 30 minutes. My throat is already dry. Only 25 minutes. There are some people who are good at, who are good in doing this for 30 straight minutes. You see how some people are crazy. That's why I talk about God hates you. You see how on my shows, I don't just wake up and decide to make a show. I analyze it. I look around what's happening in the society, and I use it to make shows to try and make somebody's life better. You see that there are people who God genuinely hates. And one of them is one of my guys from school when I was in school. The only I guarantee you one of his only unfair advantage that he has is that he's good at lasting in bed for 30 minutes. That's the only thing he can do over everyone else. Every other metric in life, he's average. Does he know book? Doesn't know anything. Mr. Carryover. He's still doing extra year courses. Does he have new clothes? He doesn't. Does he have money? He doesn't. What do you have? You have long Johnson. You have long penis, and then you are able to last on bed for 30 minutes. That's the only thing you have over everyone else. That's your unfair advantage. And because that's the only thing you can do, God hates you. You don't succeed in anything. You are going to do expo. You are going to do expo with some other people. They are going to pass, and only you will fail because God hates you. Because you have so many other unfair advantages, so many other things you can do with your life and make some money and become a better person and make the society a better society. But then you chose that you are only going to pick out on one of your unfair advantage, which is that you last 30 minutes in bed, and that's the only thing you do. Imagine. Let's say I was sitting here with him, and then we are asked to, go into the world and make some money. While on your way to the world, there are some special characters. There are some special unfair advantage that's, different characteristics or different advantages which maybe you have and the other person doesn't have. While on your way to the top, while on your way to make money, you are going to discover it, use it, and become the best version of yourself. And then I was sitting here with you, and then they say, oh yeah, they gave me five advantages, and then him another 5 advantages. We are giving the same advantage, and then we are sitting here. They drew a line and then said, oh yeah, it's not like maybe they gave me 6 advantages and maybe gave him 5 advantage. We were both giving 5 advantage, and then on our way to succeed, he discovered that maybe one of his own is that he has long Johnson, and he's able to last in bed for 30 minutes. Maybe he could use the unfair advantage and maybe fuck his way to political appointments. Maybe find a way and squeeze his Mr. Long Johnson into the panties of maybe one lecturer, and then maybe lecturer's wife, and then the lecturer's wife will refer him to maybe local government chairman's wife, and then from local government chairman's wife to governor's wife, and then maybe he could go through that route. Because I guarantee you, with a Long Johnson and the ability to last for 30 minutes in bed, that is the only route you can go. You cannot display your Mr. Long Johnson to anybody. It's going through people's leg, and then they are going to be referring you, and maybe he could find his way to government because he's satisfying the governor's wife, and then he could be receiving money, he could be receiving allocation. Do you understand? He had the unfair advantage, but he was never using any of it for anything. The only thing he used it is, he stopped one girl at F2 gates, and then he put the penis under the person's leg, and then that's the only thing he does with this. He had an unfair advantage which he could maximize. The only thing he's using it is nonsense. Your mates are at class learning. They are at class. They are business places. They are somebody like me with one of my unfair advantage. I don't have any shame in trying to mix somebody. Hello, good afternoon. Hello. Laundry card. Where's my laundry card? Hello, good afternoon. And then I share my laundry card. I do laundry at so place. Please patronize me. Boom. To another person. Hello, good afternoon, big man. Doesn't matter if they senior me. Hello, good afternoon, big man. Laundry, this place. Please patronize me. Boom. I'm using my own unfair advantage and I'm using it, trying to use it and make money. Your own advantage that you have, you are instead of using it to do something great for yourself, you are using it to put between the legs of year 1 and year 2 girls. And then you wonder why you are living a miserable life, because you have so many advantages that while on your way to the top, you could be unlocking some of them. You could be unlocking the advantages you have, some of the things you can do, some of the abilities that you have, which is only unique to only you. You have the advantages. You can use it and become a better version of yourself, better than other people that do not have the advantage. But then you are not using it, or then you are underusing it. And then you wonder why you are living a miserable life and why you are not succeeding. Therefore, after watching this show now, I want you to sit. You know, it's crazy how most people have TikTok mind. I've talked about it. TikTok mind. That's what everybody has now. TikTok. Which I gave an illustration with one of my customers that came to my store. And then I was trying to, hello, ma. The curtain in your boot. Which one should I pick? And then there was a shoe in between the curtains. And then some of the clothes that the woman brought to my store. Dry cleaner. Shoe now. Curtain now. TikTok. She was scrolling. I think that day she was watching Sabinus. Is it Sabinus? Or that guy that Brain Jotter. I think Brain Jotter, yes. She was watching Brain Jotter. And then she was endlessly scrolling on TikTok. TikTok. Hello, ma. Oh, dry cleaner. Shoe now. TikTok. TikTok mind. That's what everybody have now. Everybody wants to scroll. That's why people like me, influential people like me, professionally certified life coach. I'm a professor, a sports professor. If gay that have never entered, that never seen the 4 walls of a university, say that he's a prof. How about me that graduated from a tough department, as tough as biochemistry, went through the 4 walls of biochemistry, came out in flying colors, second class lower. Therefore, I'm a super prof. That I do not wear my professor clothes does not mean that I'm not a prof. I'm a super prof. I'm a professor, professional and a certified life coach. And I'm trying to make your life better. The essence of all these things that I'm making. I just came back from work. I've never even eaten anything. I've never even done anything. I've never even taken any shower. And I decided that I'm going to discuss about this. I'm going to try and make someone's life better. Because that's what I believe in. I do not believe in making crappy content. I do not believe in doing fake. I do not believe in faking it. I don't fake anything. I am trying to make people's life better. And then there are people who does not make any reliable content. They do not make content. They do not make videos trying to teach somebody something, trying to make somebody's life better. They only focus on entertainment, shitty content, just like all these shitty Nigerian content creators. That the only thing that they do is that they wear tongue clothes, and then they wear boxers, and then they be dancing on the main road, because they have identified that in this niche, in this country, people are only interested in nonsense. Ha 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 ha. This guy is dressing crazy. He's twerking. Ha 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 ha. Double click like. And then you see somebody like me, somebody that's trying to make your life better. I do not need money. All those other people, all those motherfuckers, they need your money. They need your money. They are always promoting nonsense, promoting shit. I'm not promoting any of that. I will not promote any of that. That's not what I stand for. I'm a man of integrity. I do not stand for any of those stuff. Very soon, I know that very soon, if I work hard, if you work hard, you must succeed. If I work harder than what I'm doing, and if I do the right thing at the right time, I'm going to blow up 100%. People are going to play this clip maybe next 2 years or next 3 years. They are going to play this clip. I am going to blow up. It must happen. I'm putting in the work. It must happen. And people are going to play the clip and they are going to say, the guy really worked hard. I am working hard for my stuff. I could make it happen within 6 months. How do I make it happen within 6 months? Identify that this stuff is already working for these people. Most people in Nigeria are crazy. They do not want to watch somebody trying to give them advice, somebody trying to point them in the right direction. Just like I'm the only person in Nigeria that is going to point you in the right direction, that is going to tell you, see, I've done this all, 3-some, 2-some, done it all. I do not want you to go through that route. I'm the only person that will make sure, try and make your life better. No one else cares. No one else cares. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to make your life better. They have identified that the only thing you want is ha ha ha, and therefore they are going to give you ha 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 to the top. They don't even mind wearing boxers and be trying to make you laugh. They have identified that that's what they are going to do to make money. And then people, because you are so crazy, you see some of those crappy content and then you tune into it and then you double click. And then you see somebody like me trying to make your life better. And then when you see me pop up on your timeline, you screw. You screw. Therefore, if you are one of the few people out there, there are still good people in this country. There are still people who still have their mentality, who still have their mind in order. If you are one of the few people that have their mind in order in this country, the best thing you are going to do for me, the best thing you can do for the algorithm, the best thing you are going to do to support Obata of Enugu State is that whenever you see any of my video, you double click and then you share. That's the only thing I need from you. I don't need you to give me money. I don't need anybody to give me how about I watch you on TikTok live and then boom, I gave you a lion. I don't need lion. I'm Mr. Bag of Money. I give people money. Literally, I think from month of September till I stopped last month, I've given away 500k. I give out I randomly go to my YouTube and check. I randomly give out money to people. Hello, congratulations on winning this week giveaway. Send your account number. Boom, done. Hello, congratulations on winning this week giveaway. Send your account number. Boom, done. I randomly give out money to people. I don't need people to credit me. I have so much money that I don't know what. This night now, if I decide that you know I'm hungry and I want to go out there and buy maybe chicken and eat chicken this night and maybe salad and then one loaf of bread, doesn't highest 10k. I have 10k. Do you understand? But you know, some of these other people, they are taking money from you, and then what are they giving in return? How are they trying to make you better? How are they trying to make your business better? How are they trying to make your life better? How are they trying to make your thinking better? They are not doing any of those stuff. They are taking your money. They are promoting nonsense content. They are promoting gambling, 1x bets, this Telegram group, all this nonsense. And then what do you get in return? You don't even get reliable and quality content that will benefit you and maybe your children or your bloodline, or that will help you scale up or become a better person. The only thing that they do is that they do shitty content, content, where they wear rag, where they carry women, where they put all those nonsense soundtrack, and then you wonder why you are a retard. You wonder why you are not even able to sit for and keep your phone. You see how my phone has been? I've never even touched it for like 30 minutes. Most people cannot stay without their phone for 30 minutes. They are always their dopamine has crushed. They can't focus. Most people cannot even sit, drop their phone, and listen to somebody talk, trying to make their life better for as low as 30 minutes. Most people cannot do it. Even if they decide to do it, they will minimize it, be listening to it, and then be TikTok, Twitter. People's mind have crushed. I am the only person who is genuinely worried, and they are going to remember me. People are going to remember me. People like me never goes away. People like me never fade. Somebody like me will never fade because I'm always relevant. I always keep saying things that will make somebody's life better. Therefore, I'll never fade. But all these content creators, all these entertainers, who even still cares about entertaining? You watched this person made you laugh, and then the person made you laugh, and then you go back to your account, and then your account is on 0 naira. Therefore, people like me that will trying to make your life better, that will trying to make your business better, that is trying to shape your mind and trying to make you a better person, people like me will always be of relevance. Do you understand? At the end of the day, I guarantee you there are content creators, there are people who make skits and all of that. 4 years ago, they made you laugh, but now they are nowhere to be found. Nobody cares about them. All these funny this one, this one funny, this one haha, this one laughter, and all those nonsense, all those brothers solo them that made us laugh when we were small. Who is calling me? My guy is calling me. I'm going to pick it up. Alpha, big man, I just did make sure now and you called me. I decided to turn it off. But then I'm making sure and I'm recording, and I decided that I must speak. It's been a long time, big man. It's been a long time. How is it going? I'm recording you. I'm recording, and this phone is on my microphone now. I need you to talk. Are you trying your best? Are you trying your best? Very good. Merry Christmas. And I'll send me accounts. Now this number will end in 78. And now text me the number. Text me for text message. I go call you. I go call you like maybe in 20 minutes. Maybe my round up. Okay. What am I even talking about? I gonna need to send that money. Thank I come your house. So I need to call you back, ba. Making call account. That's why I don't like keeping my phone around me. But then you see, somebody needs help urgently. Hello? Call the account.
70.
Yeah.
70.
70. I did hear you.
05.
Yeah.
04.
Yeah.
1974. OP. I beg.
All right.
Thank you.
I forgot what I was talking about. Urgent 2K, urgent 3K, urgent. That's why most people have run away from WhatsApp, because everybody is calling. Well, this one is my guy, but then debit. Okay, ba. Unfair advantage. Some people have identified their unfair advantage, that they are not good in doing transfer for anybody, and therefore they are very, very good in putting their phone on do not disturb. Unfair advantage. They have identified their unfair advantage. And that is putting their phone on do not disturb. And then every time their phone is on do not disturb. And then my own is not on do not disturb because I have not figured it out. And then I have been debited 2K now. Those other people that their phone is on do not disturb, maybe when the phone was ringing, they didn't even hear it because their phone was on do not disturb. And then they were not debited. They identified their unfair advantage, something they are good at. Do you understand what unfair advantage mean now? So at least at the end of this episode, I want you to self-reflect on yourself. I was talking about something before, but I forgot what I was talking about. I want you to, at the end of this episode, I want you to self-reflect. You know, we are in the month of December. So few days coming now, we are going to do season. And then we are going to enter New Year, and then it's going to start all over again, and people are going to start complaining, and then all of that. Now that you still have your mind in order, before you start eating rice, before you start doing all of that, I want you to identify your unfair advantage. Sit for 1 hour, turn your phone off, put your phone on do not disturb, sit in deep silence, turn off your music, turn off all of it, ask your girl to leave your house, sit and critically examine, critically imagine, critically think. What is a unique advantage that you have? An advantage that you have that some other people do not have. And how do you utilize it come 2026? Because at the end of the day, all these motivating videos that I'm giving out, all these life coaching videos, it's all to make your life better and to make your next year to be better than this year. Maybe you have fucked up this year, maybe you have done a lot of crazy nonsense. Next year is another year to become a better person. What are the nonsense you have done this year? What are some of the advantages that you have? That okay, I've listened to Obata's podcast, I've listened to Obata's show. I understand what Obata meant. I understand everything that Obata have talked about. I've understood some of the characteristics that I'm good at, that I can be able to come 2026, be able to give it all my best and make some money and become a better person for myself and to the society. That's the only thing that Obata wants, for you to become a better person. So I want you to identify your unfair advantage. Identify things you are good at doing, and then you are going to be double down on it, triple down on it, 4 times down on it, and then use it and become very, very great at it and become very, 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 very good person and make so much money out from it. You see, I'm losing it out on my English, I'm losing it out on my vocabularies, I'm losing it out on all of it. I need to pick up my dictionary and start afresh. So I hope you learned something from this episode, guys. And, see you guys on the next one. Hopefully tomorrow. What's the time? Tomorrow I'm going to go and get my vodka. I've run out of vodka. I can't even... It's bad. So I'm going to play the Obata is here, which I'm working on. I'm working on, updating my Obata is here. I don't like it anymore. I'm working on updating my Obata is here. My outro. It's called an outro. I'm working on updating it and making it a better one. come 2026, you guys deserve a better outro come 2026. You deserve a better show, and you deserve an interesting show. Spending your data, spending your time listening to Obata, even though you are picking up important stuff, but then you deserve better. Therefore, come 2026, I'm going to make sure that this my outro, I'm going to change it and make it a better one, make the visuals a better one, and all of that. So I hope that you have learned something from this episode, and I'm going to play the Obata is here, and see you guys on the next one.